Good morning, everyone. This is Olivia from DOS Tarot. I'm here to do a general reading from the stars. It's not designated for any particular zodiac sign. It's open to the public, to the masses. Um, when I set the intentions for doing this type of reading, I always ask for the divine and Mother Earth and spirit guides and angels to come in and help me so that I can kind of give some kind of reading for those that are interested in more like a worldly event or a worldly reading in a sense, but it comes from the stars. I hope that makes sense to you guys, because that's the whole intention for these particular readings, the reading from the stars. So let's go ahead and dive in. I've noticed for me lately, some of the cards are coming out in reverse, and some seem to come from the bottom up. I don't know what that's about. So I'm just going to play with this and see what we get. Of course, the first line here is pretty much like the recent past, or even further than that. With the Death card here, we have Justice, the Ten of Wands, and the Emperor. Now, to me, the first thing I think of is, if it's the energy of the Emperor, I would read it this way. But in this case, I feel like this is what's happening to somebody, and they're now becoming more powerful, pulling that inner strength that we all have and taking charge of your life. Because it looks like there's been some kind of death that has been caused by something prior to this reading. It looks like it's a transformation that may be ending. But it was in the divine's light, is almost as if it was intended. It needed to be done, because there was some reason why whoever this reading is for, which is probably pretty much all of us, there's something in your past that you probably were having a hard time letting go. But you have reached that point. You've come to the point where there's a fairness here and there's a balance. So you're back to yourself. But there is some kind of burden that was coming with this, which is interesting, because a burden coming after justice is almost as if there's something with this person. It would be, again, like sometimes I split them like this, because the first layer kind of is that way, and I feel that today. But it's like the Ten of Wands is in some kind of heavy burden, and it's something to do with the Emperor. It's like he's got a very heavy load on his back. His back is towards this bushel of flowers that are being plucked. It's almost like he feels the burden of something that's getting heavier and heavier. So it could be two people that we're dealing with here, or not, but I'm going to just go with the flow and see what we get. And then it's interesting that underneath here we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is somebody that is very helpful, and she helps people out. She doesn't just sit on her throne. This is somebody that's got a lot of nature. She's grounded. She knows her worth. She's very she participates. She's not one of those that just looks pretty. And then with that, next to the Sun card is almost the Sun in the middle of the reading. It's almost as if saying, bam, all of this is about to be lit up, and everything's going to be clear. Everything's going to be visible to all of us. It's going to all be illuminated. And whatever there's trouble, wherever there's specks of trouble here, that too is going to be eliminated. Done. Because the Sun is a card that is intended to make all of the cards in a reading way much lighter than they appear. Like the heaviness of the Ten of Wands would be lighter. Not gone, but a lot lighter. And it's interesting how in this particular deck, it's like there's once in a while you'll see somebody that's peeking out of a bird's tail feathers. It's like they only have one eye open and the other one is still shut. I don't know what the purpose of that is. There's no book for this particular reading. It's more of a visual. You can use your own ideas. But to me, it feels like the sun is finally starting to remove some of the darkness within our lives. And if you can see really close, there are like two, I know, sparrows. No, whatever that kind of bird is here. It's got a interesting tail. It's kind of like this one, I guess. Swallow, is that the right word? I think it's swallows. It's like they're being sent out to help spread the light. Whereas this one black bird is still attached, and it's almost as if she's wanting to pull it away so she can see clearly. Or maybe she only needs to see part of the issue. I'm not sure. We'll have to clarify, and I will clarify each of the cards. And then we have the Knight of Hearts under this death in this kind of a balancing act. It's almost as if saying, if you look at the death card in this particular deck, there is no heart. It's almost like somebody has lost their heart to someone, or it just could mean that, sometimes, life can sometimes make us all feel like our heart's not working. It's like we forget to have compassion for others as well as ourselves. And it's like somebody needed to be woke up and transformed. And I think now, with that happening, the Knight of Cups, or the energy of this woman who's drumming a heart. You can see all the vowels coming out of the heart, and she's stringing it like a guitar. It's almost as if she's starting to wake up again. This is almost like an awakening in this particular card deck. And then with that being said, down here we have the World. Now the World in this deck has 3 worlds. A teeny tiny one on this side, and then one smaller, and then the one that's in her dress her whole dress is a planet. So it almost makes me feel like we're talking about 3D. When I say 3D, I mean, for those of you that don't understand that, it's dimensional. It's almost like, we're living in the 3-dimensional part of life now. There's a cycle that's going on with the earth, and eventually we're all going to hopefully, our awakening in our consciousness is going to become so aware that we're going to be able to move up a level in life for all of us. But with that said, it also indicates that there's some kind of abundance that's coming for all of us. This energy here doesn't necessarily have to be a person. This can just be some of the energy that part of us are feeling. Like life's just been so heavy lately. It's finally waking up and saying, I need to get back in order. I need to get everything organized. It just feels so chaotic. And with that, the Ace of Pentacles is actually a new beginning. And it's a new beginning in many aspects of life. But the World is a new, I want to say, a new world. The world here is like going into a new world. I usually say it's like starting life all over again. And it is in a sense that way, but it'll be in a much different way. It won't be the same as we've had in the past. And then the 7 of Wands, it's like everybody saying, God, yeah, we're breaking free from this. It's the 3D world has been so tough. It's like people are starting to feel with all of these tattoos on here, and I'm not judging tattoos, I'm just, because of this card, it shows fighting, attacks by animals, even love, and the skull and crossbones, and then the anchor in a beautiful woman. I mean, these are like, to me, it's like these are some of the things that this person has been stuck on. It's like finally they're able to pull those bars apart and walk away and leave all that behind. It's just like this is what's been going on in my life. And look at how tumultuous this is. It's pretty strong. But anyway, let's go ahead and clarify. No, let's pull these first. So we have the energy card. Patience. I love it. 1 + 6 is 7 if you're into numerology. And the time here on here, it looks to me like it's 10, 10. Whatever that means to you guys. Patience. This would be the same as in the regular deck. It's temperance. Waiting for a balance. Things are being worked on. So be patient. Things are getting done. Don't panic. Stay where you are, basically, at this point. Because things are changing. You can see that here. This card and this card is all about change. And then when you've got this card and a breaking free, that's change. And this is life. Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and actions. So don't be too rush in not taking the time out to do it. Listening to your inner self and finding out how you should move and what action you should take. And then the other card is the Whispers of Love. Oh my gosh, look at there. A world. There's a world in this, I want to say teardrop or dewdrop, whatever you want to call it, card number 10. And it looks like a mother and a daughter sitting in a garden. And I can't figure out for the life of me what she's holding. It could be a book. I don't know. But treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So don't forget to love. And I kind of feel like this is like part of this over here where somebody lost their heart or they were hurt so bad that they forgot how to love. You know, sometimes we get bombarded, like with all of these bombardments on his chest. It's that kind of energy. And sometimes we just forget how to love. Probably because we get so stuck into ourselves with all of this that's going on in the world. It's like it's hard to reach out sometimes with some of the things that are happening. Anyway, I'm not going to blame it on that, but let's just keep going here. Because there's a purpose for this too. I'm sure the way the world is, there's a purpose for it. We just are not aware of it. I mean, maybe most are, I don't know. Maybe you are. Becoming aware. So let's clarify each. I think I'm going to just do 3 because I got kind of long. Let's do the Death card, Justice, and the Knight of Cups. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. So there is growth happening here. But it is at that point where it's just about time to harvest. Which is the same as now it's time for us to... Well, this is prior to this. These are before. So the Pentacle was saying it was time for this change to happen. Things weren't... The growth was gone. There was no more growth. So it was time to do a transformation, which was justified by the divine. And now your heart is back into balance. You're coming back alive. Let's do Justice, the 10 of Wands, and the Sun. The 8 of Cups. Walking away is the strength of the card. The Sun card is like saying, you know, it's time to see everything as it is. What's not working for you needs to go. You know, I kind of feel like it's more geared towards this energy over here. The 10 of Wands is a heavy load somebody's been carrying for quite some time. And it can be in any aspect of your life. Maybe there's family issues. Maybe there's issues with money. Maybe there's issues with trying to find a job. Or whatever it is in your life that has caused you to feel so overwhelmed. This is telling you the Sun is eliminating that. You've been wanting to walk away from it for quite some time, looking for something better. And if you look at this right here, this person is literally walking towards the Sun. This is the 8 of Cups. There's no fulfillment here. There's nothing here worth staying for. It's time to move on towards the Sun. And that's exactly what this is eliminating, is grabbing our attention. It's time to head towards the Sun with all of its beauty, happiness, new beginnings, blessings, growth. Let's clarify the 10 of Wands, the Emperor, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody here has been protecting themselves in a bubble. It's like It's almost as if, and I'm not going to say any particular energy here, but it's like all of this is like feeling like we've been closed off. There's a lot of opposition that's trying to keep us down, and we're just in our private little bubble, meditating, focusing on us, and trying to break free from all of this, which I think is why this energy of the Emperor is finally here. Now, some people, and don't judge me on this, but some people have considered this card being like God. Like he's the father figure in our words in tarot. He's the oldest of all of the masculine. And this is kind of like saying this bubble that we were all in is now going to be broken free. We don't need to protect ourselves because the Father is with us. That's the way I see it, you guys. Don't judge me. It's up to you, though. Make your own choice. The Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the World. Let's see what this is about. I'm almost promising you this is about new growth, new beginnings, new love, new heart, everything brand new. Let's see what we get. Seven of Swords. Maybe there's, and look at there, another sun on the sun. And again, this is being eliminated. There was something here that was either you were being too open and you let people take advantage of you because you got a tender heart and you're wanting to show compassion and love for our brothers and sisters of the world. And some people are not very nice and they might see you as being weak and take advantage of you. That could be why this person's in prison, whoever this is for. They've done a lot of things that were wrong, and it's time to break loose from that because the Sun is here to shine the light on this as well. And then let's clarify the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Temperance. Temperance. Have patience. This is coming to an end. This is all going to be balanced. Just have patience. And if you do have to move, be graceful in your movements and actions. So be aware of that also. And it's important to love others deeply. Those that you love. Let's get one more card for the World. The Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. This could be all of us being trapped and feeling, locked down. That kind of energy. And it's time to break free from it. And it could very well be happening soon. Because this is kind of like what's happening now. And this is pretty much near future. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. Learning to be who we are. This talks about being yourself, learning to become who you are and being free with that eagle, or not an eagle, I'm sorry, it's an owl. And it's like we've learned our wisdom. We've learned this experience. It's time for us to move on. We don't want this anymore. We want to be free. This is somebody that has self-confidence, somebody that knows who they are. And maybe I think that's what a lot of this stuff is about, is us ourselves learning from this experience and how it made us all feel. It was time for us to bust loose and get back to who we truly are. Don't let other people throw their ideas and opinions at you like they were doing here. Take control and set boundaries and let that go. Walk away from it if you have to. Walk away. Oh, you guys, this is a beautiful reading. Let's see what's on the bottom of the clarifying deck. The Three of Wands. Looking out into the future, leaving the past behind and making plans. Whatever your heart desires. Alright, you guys, that's what I have for you. I hope this gives you some kind of insight, or if it resonates with you, would you please share? And if you enjoy the reading, I want to say thank you for watching and subscribing. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, namaste. Bye-bye.